what's up guys? Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kylie. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you can see any new videos that I put out. Today I'm going to basically be giving you tips and just things that I wish that I would have known before I started beauty school or cosmetology school. So if that's something you're interested in, then just keep on watching. First things first, when you walk in on that first day, you're gonna see a lot of girls that have been doing this for a very long time already, and they're basically just there for their license. And so don't get discouraged by that. There will still be people, even if they're already on the floor, that came in there not knowing anything, and they're doing amazing things now in just a few short months. You're gonna learn a lot of things that you had no idea you could do. So just be patient with yourself and listen, and yeah, just don't be discouraged when you first walk in those doors, because it's really easy to do so. Another thing is, don't be afraid to mess up. You are there to mess up. You're there for trial and error. A lot of clients can be mean, and a lot of them can be super patient because they're paying for you to practice, and that's why the prices are so low at beauty school. Some people come in expecting, you know, full professional services, and that's not really your problem. And I hate to say that, it might sound bad, but you're there to learn. So just kind of disregard those clients and just do your job and practice. Don't be nervous. It's really hard to not be nervous. I was nervous no matter how much people told me not to be, but just do your best and just keep that in your mind, you know. They're here, they know I'm a student, they know I'm. And so that being said, make sure you talk to all the I cannot say this word to save my life, instructors in the building. Make sure you learn them, because they all have a different skill set, and they all probably do things like a different way, which a lot of stylists do. There's 100 different ways you could do one thing, and so it's really cool to see how they do that. I definitely learned a lot from the barber teacher in my school. He just taught me a lot of things that I couldn't learn in cosmetology. So just make sure you talk to everyone. Even the people higher up, they still are cosmetologists. They still have their license. So just make sure you get tips from everyone, because it is super important. Also, like, I kept to myself a lot in school, but I met a lot of cool people, and I met a lot of people in the industry, and you want to make sure you're socializing, because these are people in your industry, in the beauty industry, that are locals to you. So it's really important to know the people in the industry. And again, that being said, stay out of drama. I ended up getting into a little bit of drama. I tried my best not to. I didn't really talk to anybody. I made friends with somebody. It was like a 35-year-old woman. She kind of fed off the drama, and I kind of made my mistake by befriending her in the first place. I just didn't know she was like that. Didn't know her. So just avoid that, because it just makes for stress, unneeded stress. Beauty school is already super, super stressful. So yeah, keep to yourself in that aspect. It doesn't need to get all too personal. You got to remember that it is school, and there are a lot of young girls coming out of high school. And when you put a bunch of girls into one building, it doesn't always turn out well. There's going to be a little bit of drama. So just do your best to stay out of it, and just create positive relationships with as many people as you can, and stay away from the people who are catty, because beauty school is very, very catty. At least my experience. If I wasn't talking to people, I just noticed a lot of people had drama, and that's not why we're here. We're here to make money. Beauty school is usually from 9 months to 12 months. So make sure you're writing down every little question. No question is dumb. So make sure you're writing down every single question. You're asking your instructors, because you might be able to ask other people in the beauty industry when you leave. But once you're licensed, it's a lot more awkward asking simple, basic questions. So make sure you're asking questions, because you're really going to regret it if you leave beauty school and you have all these different things that you don't know, that you didn't ask, and they don't hit every point in beauty school. It's just It's just a fact. So just make sure you're asking everything. And like I said, write it down. If they do demos at your school, which is basically when somebody outside of the school in the beauty industry comes in and shows you how to do something, watch all of those. Like, pay attention to the detail, because those are classes. You're basically getting free classes, and those are classes that can cost you hundreds of dollars when you get out of beauty school. So just make sure that you focus and you're not just sitting there chit-chatting with friends. Like, really focus and pay attention. When it comes to beauty school kits, sometimes they're just not all of great quality. Sometimes you'll get something that's really good quality and something that's not. For example, my straightener wasn't worth anything. So you can invest in little things like that before beauty school. A ring light is something really, really good to have in beauty school for your photos and things like that. So, and good combs. If you want to stick out, you can get bowls. This one is from my beauty school, but just combs and brushes. They give you basically super basic things, and everybody has the same thing. So usually it's cool to come in there with some colorful stuff or some stuff of better quality. For example, the clippers that they usually give you at most beauty schools are not good quality because you're not a barber, so they don't give you really good clippers for men's cuts. So that is something that is really, really good to invest in, because personally, I really like men's cuts. So if you want to do good men's cuts, you should definitely invest in those. The ones that give you usually do the job, but you know, quality over quantity. If there's something that you specifically love about beauty school, like lashes, for example, me, I love doing braids, which is not something a lot of girls love doing. But if you find something specific, work on that. Learn everything else, dip your fingers everywhere, but look at what you love doing and then see where you can make the most money doing that and try to focus on that. For example, sew-ins can be super expensive and you have to do really tiny cornrows. So that's something that I kind of focused on during school. But braids, you can make pretty good money no matter what, like feed-in extensions, things like that. Social skills is something that you need to have, which I sometimes can be very bad about because I get anxiety super easily. But you're basically going to be a therapist. Your client is going to tell you all about their day, all about their week, all about their family, blah, 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 blah. So just keep that in mind when you sit them down in your chair. Save your mannequin heads. So do what you have to do in class, but don't just go freestyle cutting it as soon as you get your kit when you start. I made that mistake. But I did save one mannequin head for the floor. And so make sure that you are keeping hair on your mannequin heads, because later in the months you're gonna have these bald mannequin heads, and when you're bored and you don't have clients and your instructors, why can I not say that word today? I don't know. But when your teachers, we'll use that word, are telling you you need to be doing something and all you have is these bald mannequin heads, you're basically gonna be staring at it, and it really sucks. So, especially with COVID and all that, I know I was in school in the middle of the pandemic and we had like no clients. We would be lucky to get one client a day. So it's very, very important to keep hair on your mannequin heads and cut itsy bitsy. Like when you do your first haircuts, itsy bitsy, like half an inch to an inch. So test in bookwork and things like that. A lot of people think that you're just gonna go in. It is very, very hands-on, but especially those first 12 weeks in essentials, which is basically just test and bookwork, you're going to be doing a lot, and you go into anatomy, you go into chemistry, you have to learn a lot of long words that I still can't say, but if I seen them, I could tell you what they mean. So just be prepared for that, because you're going to be doing a lot, taking a lot of tests. You're going to be watching a lot of videos. So yeah, just be prepared, because it is school and you do bookwork. Because a lot of people, there's a lot of misconceptions thinking that you don't, and you do. It's different in all states, but it can really like mess up your financial aid if you do get it. And you, ultimately at my school, you can get terminated if you don't keep an 85% average throughout most of the program. So Yeah, it's super important, and just make sure that you come on time, you don't leave early. You're going to extend that time, and you're going to be in beauty school a lot longer when you just want to get in there and get out and start making money. So just make sure you're on time. That's really, really, really important. So that's it for the video, guys. Pretty much everything that I can think of that I wish I knew before I started beauty school. If you have any questions or you want to know anything else, just comment below, like this video, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.